A FAM production for all things mattress. FAM.news.
We are coming at you live from Quinn's backyard. We're talking about the Mattress Firm Unjunk Your Sleep campaign. Are you going to go with side Kinsley or side Quinn? Because we have differing opinions about the approach, and it's all happening today
on the Dos Marcos podcast.
Welcome to the Dos Marcos Show with Mark Kinsley and Mark Quinn, where mattress and furniture leaders gather to grow, get the inside scoop, tell stories, and take tequila shots.
Uno, dos, tequila!
Welcome aboard. Here's your passport to a planet filled with the mattress industry's brightest minds and biggest ideas. Meet your guides.
I'm Mark Kinsley, President and CEO of Englander.
And I'm Mark Quinn, co-founder of Spink & Co. and VP of Sherwood Bedding.
Together, they are Dos Marcos.
The galaxy's greatest mattress podcast has liftoff in 3, 2, 1.
Quick story. This morning, I'm literally telling my dog goodbye. And I usually go give him a little love, because we don't leave the house as much as we used to.
Okay.
And I'm giving him just a little bit of love. Buster's on the floor. Jones is up top. And so I lean down and I give him a little kiss on the forehead. And I start going, no. I run to the sink. He had literally raked his head in cat poop. And there I was kissing him on the forehead. I'm yelling at Tara, I've got to go. He needs a bath. And I washed my mouth out with soap and I didn't even curse.
So would you take cat poop normally and rub it on your mouth?
It just says a little bit of lipstick. Yeah, I'm with you.
So my dogs do that, except it's reindeer poop for my dog. Like he just buries his head and he gets
reindeer. You have reindeer here at Quinn Manor?
Yes, at the other place. But anyway, yeah, man, it's just disgusting. But anyway, so did you get cleaned up?
I got cleaned up. And
Tara will kiss you again?
Hopefully, fingers crossed. And, I'm going to actually have to kiss her goodbye here pretty soon and the dogs when we head to Nashville for nationwide primetime exclusive research between Dos Marcos and Nationwide. I don't think I've been more excited about speaking and about the content of what we're going to speak about in a long time. And look, here's the deal. People have to get connected to us to get that research. We're going to be talking about things like all things in the mattress buying space. We have over 2,000 consumers that we surveyed, a broad representative sample across the United States, exclusive research with amazing insights. We've seen the early data, and I think it's going to shock some socks.
We called every single one of them, 2,000 people, and interviewed each one.
And most of them said, wait, you guys are the Mattress Podcast guys?
We know you.
We know who you are.
We love that show. No, so check it out though. The answers, Kinsley, I think people are going to be surprised by. Some of them really shocked by. And it's not the data necessarily. It's what do you learn from that data, and then how do you apply it to your business? And that's what we're going to be talking about at Nationwide, the 15th through the 18th in Nashville, Tennessee. Don't miss it. Little Big Town performing on Monday evening. We can't wait. Hope you are there. NationwidePrimetime.com.
And by the way, if you want to get that research, you're going to have to participate. Make sure you sign up at fam.news, and we're going to show you how you can participate and then get that research, because we're going to be comparing what does the industry think versus what consumers actually do. And that is a great transition into door counts, because when consumers walk in your door at your retail location and you don't know what happened with them, there is a big disconnect. There's a huge blind spot. And that's why more than 800 furniture mattress dealers have said yes to door counts. They love having each person connected to a salesperson when they come in their store and knowing what happens with them, tracking that data. And it's a brand new redesigned interface. Check it out, doorcounts.com. Tell Jerry and Amber and Jack and Brad and the crew that we sent you. Say Dos Marcos said we should give you a ring. They're wonderful people. We think you're going to love it. And speaking of wonderful people, I just had to play you a little snippet here of something. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Hold that.
I got it.
We got this brand new, check this out, undeniably durable, FAM branded Braven BRV Mini portable speaker.
How durable is it?
We're about to find out.
Well, let's go.
This is from colonialpromotions.com.
I don't hear anything.
And hold on a second. We got this FAM branding. You can get this too for your business. All kinds of swag and tchotchkes and amazing stuff we've been having a blast with. And this one allegedly floats. So here's what we thought we would do.
Will it float?
We'll find out if it floats. Hold on.
Fam production for all things mattress. Fam.news.
You can see it actually works.
Welcome to Just Stories with BT, a show that brings you remarkable stories of success.
By the way, Just Stories with BT, we have confidence that your show floats. And you're doing a great job. So definitely follow Just Stories with BT.
You might cry.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, here we go.
We actually brought in a pool for this. I can't hear it anymore. Literally, I can't hear it.
Did you see it floating?
Bring it in closer to the microphone so I can hear it. Turn it upside down.
Oh.
Now press play.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Just Stories with BT podcast.
How about it?
Proof in
Not
the
bad,
pudding.
right?
It actually does float. Thank you for lending us your pool, Mr. Quinn.
Hey, BT, you float. Your content floats. It's awesome. Well done. All right.
All right, so we'll get set back up here.
Is that our first episode where we actually...
You're not at the microphone, so people might not hear you, but we are...
We tried to float something before?
Yeah, I think... Well, we've been trying to make this show float for a long, long time.
So I was at the Apt golf tournament, by the way, and the people at Apt are incredible. We had a really good time. Ricky Apt, the one of the VPs there, and the family members, obviously, his son Willie has autism. So we were there, and I brought this with me, and we played golf with it, Kinsley, for 4 hours, and it was money the whole time. It was really great. So
love that thing. Hey, check it out. Call up Wes and the crew at Colonial LLC. Get all of your swag products, all your custom branded products. They only pick good stuff, so you don't have to search the internet wondering if it's going to be good, if it's going to represent your brand well. They've done the work of that. And talking about representing your brand well, Mattress Firm has come out with a new campaign with a heavy focus on the sleep message. Now, it's been playing in the Olympics in rotation pretty heavily. You've seen it.
No, I've seen it. And they've, the production cost alone, Kinsley, is so high. I mean, if you look at the way they did it, you can just tell they spared no expense. Hello.
You spared the expense on the microphone stand.
Yeah, right. Some of the effects though that they have in there, the way they edited that together, some of the jump edits that they were using, the skill and the cost to produce, I think, let's just say that it is definitely a first class spot just from that perspective.
And so the campaign, let me describe it to you. So I'll do play by play, you do color commentary.
Yeah.
The campaign itself is focused on this idea of unjunk your sleep. And it's really focused on a message that we have heard and we've promoted that's been reverberating through the industry for a long time, which is you need to get fitted for the proper mattress. And so they have Liev Schreiber. He's an actor, director, Hollywood guy, driving in a car talking about unjunking your sleep and talking about getting a mattress that fits you, not that other person. And I love this approach because we know when people get the wrong mattress, it's going to affect their life. And it's really hard for a lot of people to get rid of that, take it back, switch it out and get the right one. So they're really promoting this get fitted for the proper mattress message, but it kind of has some dark tones to it that are a little more like Fight Club, like you're not in your right mind and you're living in this alternate reality almost. And I thought it was really well done. But it did take kind of like this darker kind of cadence to it, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool for sure. But I just thought so it is the carrot and the stick. It is the focus on the pain instead of the solution, right? I like the idea of focusing on the solution. So I think Matt Firm really does a great job in causing, shining a light to the problem. So I think that's really good. And a lot of people out there, we all have that same, the experience, right? Where you wake up, you forget your boss's name, or you forget your computer on top of the bus or on top of your car. We all live those moments all the time. My only thought, though, where we differ is, I thought, what if you dangle the carrot and you think about the optimistic side of that, or you project a solution, right? So if you aspirational thinking, right? So if you sleep well, look at what's available to you, right? There's this whole world that opens up. Your attitude's better, you look better, you feel better. And it's more of the I want that instead of I don't want that, right? So that's kind of where I was coming from. And actually, a friend of mine called me about this campaign, which a lot of people are talking about. So well done, Mattress Firm. And he kind of brought that up, and I got to thinking about it from his perspective. I'm like, yeah, I kind of see his point.
And so for me, I really like that they've walked this back a little bit, because yes, there's a time whenever you're thinking about the optimistic feeling of having a great night's sleep and how you're going to feel. And it reminds me of that campaign that Beauty Rest did, where the guy like walks out of his house in his bathrobe and he's just on top of the world and he had the best night's sleep ever. So that's more like that solution, that outcome from having a good night's sleep. But I think probably what Mattress Firm identified and is touching on is, oh my gosh, there's a very dark side to not getting the mattress that's best for you. So while we focus a lot on finding great sleep and the outcomes of that, I think it is important to really peg the message with consumers that, wait a minute, in order to do this, you can't have a hunk of junk mattress that doesn't actually fit your body. So they've almost taken it back a few degrees, and they've decided, hey, we're going to focus on a message that consumers may not know about, that if they skip this step, you're kind of screwed, because you're not going to get that positive outcome. So I like the idea that it is a little more dark. And look, there's a sinister side to this thing. We see it on the internet. People searching for answers and not being able to find credible information. Well, what's the cure for that? The cure for it is to make sure you go in, touch, feel, try a mattress, and get the one that's best for you. So I don't mind the darker, more, kind of not sinister tones, but I mean, there's a little bit of like, hey, if you don't do this, there's some evil that's lurking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the guy they picked to do the spot, right? So he's a dramatic actor, does a great job. I love him actually as an actor. And they film it at night. So to your point, that sinister thing, it's like what lurks the streets, right? You got people like walking down the side of the street and he's got a pillow attached to his, I think that was in the daytime, that part. But anyway, there's some like, sinister stuff going on in some of it. But so I like that. And I like that they create the pain, Kinsley. And then at the very end of the spot, the payoff is we're the solution, right? So pain point. And then they arrive at this store. There's the nice big Mattress Firm logo. Does that bother you?
I like it.
Okay. The nice big Mattress Firm logo. And they're the solution. Can you put
it a little bit closer to my face?
Okay. No problem. So like, I get that. Like, I like that. But I still think you could have done that spot and you're saying, here are the problems. And what if, right, you were fitted for the right bed? What if you went into the right store? What if you had professional help from somebody who knows what they're talking about? And this is the benefit of that. And then you arrive, right? It was a small tweak, or could have been a small tweak. But let's agree to this part. How about this? Well done, Mattress Firm, because to pull yourself out of the constant drumbeat of product price and promotion and to insert a message into the mind of the consumer, I love it. I think it is a huge home run for you guys. I am such a fan. Really glad that you did it. I hope other people are paying attention and also kind of go down the road, not saying we don't ever say abandon product price and promotion and advertising, but there's room for other messages. And I absolutely love that they did that. So regardless, I think it's a huge win either way.
And you're going to know if consumers are talking about it. Mattress Firm is very sophisticated at monitoring consumer chatter online. Here we are talking about it, though. It resonated with us, I think, in a big way. And I love also what Mattress Firm has done with Simone Biles. I mean, the GOAT. I mean, one of the greatest gymnasts of all time, one of the greatest athletes in all of history, is part of a Sleep Better campaign in partnership with Mattress Firm. She's obviously a Houston girl. That's where Mattress Firm is headquartered. So I love putting more of these hooks in the water, making sure that the message is relevant and attaching it to people that obviously need good sleep in order to live and perform their best. I like where things are trending.
And that's the positive side. Simone, right? So they're connected to Simone. So Simone's saying, sleep well, therefore you can live, train, be the best version of yourself, especially an athlete like her. By the way, I heard a stat last night. You're not going to believe this.
Do you see how much I'm sweating compared to you? What is going on?
Here,
Is that a
you
sign
can
of
have that. I don't know.
like health?
No,
or
it's
not?
like 90. We thought it would be nice to shoot outside. We were going to shoot out that way towards the pool in the backyard, but it like the sun won't let us do that. So here we are. But anyway, so Simone, thank you. Makeup.
Gotcha.
We need staff, don't we? Thank you. So for Simone, it is the aspirational thing, but a statistic on her. Okay, if you were a professional golfer and you didn't lose a tournament in 8 years, what kind of pedestal would you be on in the golf world?
You would have a closet full of green jackets.
Full of green
and then
jackets.
some.
That what I heard last night, if I heard it correctly, Simone literally has not lost in 8 years. How insane is that? And so she's even got 3 like gymnastic moves named after her. So I thought, wow. Anyway, that's pretty cool. And so again, Mattress Firm, good on you because you're putting yourself in the concept of winners and Olympians, and that's pretty good stuff.
And it just hit me too, from a marketing and advertising standpoint. So often in the industry, you try to shoehorn every message into one spot. Well, there's not room in a 30-second spot or a social video or a podcast sponsorship, whatever it might be. There's not room for multiple messages always. And so a lot of times it's good. Hey, we need to focus. What is the one thing we're trying to say that we can surgically slice into people's minds and make sure it sticks? Well, in the case of Simone Biles, it's live your best life, perform better. In the case of Liev Schreiber in this spot that they came out with about unjunking your sleep, the message is pretty clear there. If you do not get the right mattress for you, your sleep's going to be junk. And so it's a little more of a caution and a warning. But they did it right, by isolating that out and not trying to pack it all in at the same time. That's my opinion.
A single focus. So think about this. If you're a consumer and you watch this show or you watch one of their spots and it's Unjunk Your Sleep and it's really, really well done, high production value, you're watching that, Kinsley. And by the way, from our consumer research, we found out where people are shopping these days during COVID, after COVID, anyone in the last 12 months, great data for us. Mattress Firm did actually very well in that.
I think people are going to be shocked at what percentage of people shop in these different locations, whether it's online, furniture store, sleep shop, warehouse clubs. We've got all the data. Subscribe at fam.news. I really want people to have this to make better business decisions. But yeah, it's crazy some of the stuff that bubbled up to the surface out of this. I'm actually surprised because we had our own guesses.
I'm very surprised. And hey, so follow us on LinkedIn, by the way, because over the next 2 or 3 weeks, leading up to the nationwide event, we're going to post some of the questions that we sent out to consumers. You get a chance to give us your opinion on that. We'll do it as a poll question, and then we'll grab that data, take it to the show with us, insert it into our speech, as well as live audience, right? So you can literally vote.
If you're at nationwide primetime.
Yep. In the audience, you'll be able to say, yeah, it was A. And then we go, nope, it wasn't. And so anyway, we'll triangulate around the LinkedIn groups, around the live audience, and then around the consumer and what they say.
All designed to say, hey, what does the industry think versus what do people actually do?
Right. And so back to the Matt Firm spot. If you're a consumer, Kinsley, and you watch that spot, like what is the impact of it on you? Like when I was watching it, I'm like, yep, been there. Yep, been there. So we automatically identify with the problem and even brings up some funny stories. And I like that they didn't do it so serious. Like, it could have been other things. As a matter of fact, I think there was a Simmons ad where they showed a guy like running through a window or like running through a door or something like that. So a similar approach.
Kool-Aid did the same thing a long time ago.
Yeah, but
Kool-Aid man went through.
Look, he's got a big thing around him. He's all right. So anyway, what would the impact be on you, right? I mean, you're sitting there watching it. You can relate.
You can relate for sure.
I
think, I did relate. It's hard sometimes to take yourself out of the industry. We get in our little world, our industry speak, our echo chamber. But man, you have to look at this with fresh eyes and think, how do I get rid of the curse of knowledge, which we all walk around in a cloak of the curse of knowledge, and think about what is going to cut through and resonate with the average consumer. And my gut tells me something that could be very data driven that we'll actually have research around. My gut tells me there are people coming into the marketplace that have purchased online that didn't get the product they hoped for. And so they're exploring more and they're saying, hey, if I'm going to be home this much, like they have over the past year and a half, I'm going to make sure I get the best night's sleep possible. So we'll have actual data that says how many people purchased online, how many people who purchased online would do it again, would buy the same bed, how many people that purchased that mattress would recommend it to their best friend or family member? These are the questions I actually know the answer.
But we
I'm
can't.
having a hard time saying
You
that.
stop.
Did
I
I
know.
say
I
something?
told you can't say any of the answers.
So it's really fun. It's really fun to see the messages in the marketplace, like those from Mattress Firm with Simone Biles and the Unjunk Your Sleep campaign, and then to look at this data set to see what is actually happening with consumers, what actions they're taking. And this exclusive research just has me like effervescent.
So is it? It has you effervescent.
Effervescent.
Wow,
Bubbling up, my friend.
If I knew, that's all it took. We got to tell Tara, and she knows how to light you up. Research is what you're telling me. Hold the presents, honey. I don't need anything for my birthday. Just some solid consumer research would be great.
She's like, I'm gonna go poll some people about you. Please don't.
Okay, enough about it. So no, but like so like bringing it home even a little bit more. When you leave your laptop or your phone somewhere and you're like, holy hell, I lost my phone or I left my phone, is the immediate thought you have, should have slept better. Right?
No,
it's not. But now, like when you do all those dumb shit things like leave your phone, does Mattress Firm have the opportunity to create some pop culture vernacular around is junk sleep? Right. So you do something stupid and someone in the room, in the conference room, in your meeting goes, yeah, you get that junk sleep.
Junk sleep, man.
I mean, is that possible?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it is too.
Well, I mean, because we all know, sometimes I think about, okay, are we trying to force something that's not going to work, or could this work? Well, I think it's a human truth that whenever we're not performing at our best, or we're absent-minded, or we feel like crap, we're like, gosh, man, I just need some sleep. We don't always say last night was a bad night of sleep. We don't always say my bad sleep has compounded to be junk sleep. But I think there's a universal human truth in there that people are like, man, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. So I think there is a chance to take that universal human truth about being tired and co-opt it and create some cultural language around it that's relevant.
But see, that's so interesting because what you just said is so true, right? They may get to, yeah, that happened. I screwed it up. I forgot it. I left the detail off because I'm tired, which people don't want to admit anyway. But they don't ever get to, I'm tired because I have a crappy bed and I didn't get a good night's sleep. And so you and I have always talked about this. We both served on the Better Sleep Council. The challenge in the industry is taking the dotted line that exists between awesome sleep, great quality of life, to a mattress can do that. So that's a dotted line today. What Mattress Firm did in this spot, I think, is make that dotted line more of a solid line. So I think that is really, really helpful. And I think it's going to pay him.
You know, and I think we as an industry over time, that little trail of ants, those dotted lines, those ants get closer and closer together the more work like this we do. And look, we've been at this long enough and close enough to it where you can miss some things that are happening in society if you don't really zoom out and do some of the research like this and pay attention. But look, I think since our time in the industry, we've seen a real shift to filling in that dotted line, and a lot more people than ever before associate their bad sleep with a mattress. Now, it's not the number one thing people do to get better sleep. That we have that in our data. We're going to share it with you.
But it wasn't just number one.
The number
one by a large margin.
By a large margin.
Unfortunately.
And there are a few things in there that really tick me off, and we'll talk about those. But hey, great job to Mattress Firm. Great. Thank you, Simone Biles, for being part of our industry. Best of luck in the Olympic
But
Games.
you know she wasn't in the spot, right? Was she in that spot?
What do you mean?
Was she in that exact spot?
The Liev Schreiber spot?
Yeah.
No, because it was...
You're taking Simone and inserting her because of the Olympics.
No, I'm saying she's done stuff with Mattress Firm.
Yeah, in the past, right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because it's not in that exact
No, these
spot.
are separate things.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
See, I
had bad sleep.
Did you need to
because
unjunk it? You need to unjunk.
I need to unjunk my sleep. I'm with you. By the way, if you're listening to this and you're like, "Oh, Mattress Firm, they're in your market and you're competing with them and all that," just hit the pause button and don't go all hate on this, because you need to really think about it in your own world and in that context, and to go, I don't know, what could we do? Like, what kind of emotional message? How could we tie the products that we sell to the benefit or the fear or the downside to what we do, but get yourself out of the product price and promotion cadence? Keep it in, keep it there. We talk about it and come back to bed. We're not saying get rid of it. We're just saying think about other ways.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, and great job, Mattress Firm. I know big teams are behind campaigns like this, so we recognize you, we hear you, we see you. We think that has a positive impact on the industry. And as we know, when national advertising happens, consumer awareness about sleep increases, and those are all good things for the industry. Hey, check us out at fam.news. When you go over to fam.news, subscribe. That's where the exclusive research is going to come. You're going to have an opportunity to participate, and if you participate, then you're going to get the research. And hey, subscribe. By the way, real quickly, if you're listening to the podcast and not watching it, go over to this podcast episode. You can go to podcast and click on Dos Marcos, and you can see those Mattress Firm videos that we're talking about, so you can watch them for yourself.
Yep, no doubt. Thanks, Matt Firm. And, we invited them to come on this show. So if you're from Mattress Firm and you're listening or watching, come on the show. We'd like to talk to you about it. And, find out the behind the scenes. The behind the scenes are always so fun, right? Because, some stuff happens. So I like to hear some of those stories. Go to where you listen to your podcast, rate us 5 stars, of course. And most importantly, you guys share this show with people that are inside the category that may not listen to us. We want to bring as many people around the campfire as we can. So until next time, here's that funky beat. Thank you.
You could bounce on it. Yeah, bounce with it, bounce with it. Bounce with it, bounce with it. All right. What is a hybrid? It's like peanut butter jelly, peanut butter chocolate. Hybrid so tight, there's no way that you could topple it. Hybrid on my wrist, that's a calculator watch. We add ourselves together and we take it up a notch.
Got the airflow, yo, keep you cool as it get. Visco foam alone to make you drip sweat. Get a hybrid mattress, yes, you'll get better rest. Cool and comfortable, hybrid like a sweater vest.
You know the game, we're ahead of the sun. Cause the two of us together are way better than one. Cause I'm cool as ice
and I'm hot like a heater.
Bounce by the ounce, now we got it by the liter.
Well, you take a spring and you wrap it up right. You can sleep so smooth or bounce all night.
Yeah.
Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
Lay back, you don't have to practice. It's the best thing to happen to your mattress. Yeah. Get together to do it like I did. Everybody get hybrid.
If you want somebody to get in your vicinity, you probably want to feel a little bit of a hybridity. Foam alone, out of 5, maybe 1 star. Springs and foam, we're taking care of that lumbar. Mad back support, the best way to shack up or just get rest that won't mess your back up.
Like a hot chick mixed with a particle physicist or a mullet. Party in the back of the business. Best of both worlds like Mars and Venus.
The ultimate hybrid.
Nothing short of genius.
Keeping it loose while keeping it tight. We can make you sleep or play all night. Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
No stopping when the beat gets played back. Springs keep it popping, foam keeps it laid back. Party over here, get invited. Everybody get hybrid.
Listen, doesn't matter if your kitchen is charming when your bedroom's the most important part of the apartment.
What kind of bed do you keep back there? Does your girl wanna chill on a beanbag chair? Hell no!
You need springs and foam, cause if that bowling ball don't bounce, you'll be sleeping alone.
And if the bed don't react, then you can't get low. We got the type of bounce that won't spill your Merlot.
So stick with us and you'll get rewarded.
Cause I'm so gentle
and I'm so supportive.
Hybrid is where the magic is.
And we just killed a song about mattresses.